Hey there, Fit Fam. Welcome to the only podcast where we're breaking the mold and rewriting the rules. I'm here to debunk the myths, spill the tea, and serve a hefty dose of reality. No matter where you're at in your journey, we've got something for everybody. So buckle up because we're about to unleash the basics in the most unapologetic way possible. From shedding pounds to embracing your inner badass, I'm here to remind you that skinny is so last season and the basics are anything but boring. So grab your favorite piece of protein and your water bottle and get ready to be empowered, entertained, and educated because being a basics bitch has never looked this good. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Super excited to be here with you again today. I definitely did not get a Muscle Monday podcast out. I'm not going to lie. The holiday falling on a Thursday, then it felt like Friday was a holiday, but it wasn't. And then I had no children over the weekend except my daughter. And we went and saw a movie and life was just very slow and different. And I really struggled this last week. Even on Wednesday, we had friends over that had other plans on the 4th that normally come over. So it was just very weird. The whole week was weird. So I don't know about anybody else, but Monday was a very Monday-y kind of Monday, a very Monday. So that was not happening. And then, this is also the last week of Red, White, and Booty, which is crazy to me that this is our third week, but we are here. And this is what I'm going to say about Red, White, and Booty or anything, even that as sometimes a client that I will buy into, right? That as time goes on, people quote unquote fall off and you stop seeing as many people. The very first call, I have 16 women in, and there were, I think, 11 or 12 women on the call. Now, again, also understanding that the call doesn't work for everybody, right? Some people have kids' sports, some people have dinner during that time, like whatever the thing is, maybe the people are working, whatever kind of thing, right? But as time goes on, last Monday, even it was a holiday week, I had 2 women on. This last week, I only had 2 women on. Now, again, I understand it doesn't work, but this is why accountability is so important, is because without it, ladies, this is very difficult for us. This is hard crap for us to do. And without that accountability piece, it makes it very difficult for us to keep showing up when life is busy, when life is hard, when all these things are going on. And it's like, how do I fit all this into my life? And how do I make this work for me, not against me? And so it's just a very eye-opening thing to be paying attention to. So on that note, obviously, not much has changed. I have a new thing coming out here towards the end of July. I'll be talking about in a little bit. But right now, if you're still interested in either one-on-one coaching or in group coaching, those links are in the show notes. You can get in and let's get you going. So I actually listen to other people's podcasts. I'm a podcast junkie. I love listening to people's podcasts. I listen to stuff about business, mindset, mental health. I even listen to other people's fitness podcasts. Not maybe why you think I do, because sometimes even as a consumer person sitting on a non-coaching side, it's really great to get different perspectives from other coaches. So I actually thoroughly enjoy a lot of fitness podcasts, hearing somebody else's perspective, hearing somebody else talk about the same shit I talk about in different ways, because honestly, sometimes it helps me, right? We wouldn't necessarily always think that. But anyways, the point of that story is the fact that I was listening to a podcast and this guy that I really respect in the industry, I'm in a couple of different containers with him actually right now, and his name is Jared, and not the Subway guy. He did this whole podcast this last week on what was he called? I don't know who needs to hear this, but, and I thought, oh, what a great thing to just kind of put all of these things that I constantly repeat on repeat into a little episode, into a little thing, right? Good little reminders. So that's kind of what I'm doing this podcast. It's not kind of what I'm doing this podcast about, but it's what I'm doing this podcast about. And I'm titling it a little bit differently just because, again, I'm not necessarily interested in quote unquote taking in deals and stealing them from people. So this is just going to be what we call just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Okay. So that's what we got going on. All right. So now I'm going to get my little thing up. Here we go. Okay. Just a reminder for anybody that needs it. cardio is not required to lose weight. I know, right? Now, cardio has lots of benefits. Cardio can do lots of great things for us. But the fact that most of us that probably listen to this podcast grew up in a world of probably 80s and 90s where women were literally trying to be stick thin, and I kid you not, like bones. That's what was perpetuated on us was cardio, gotta run, you gotta walk, you gotta run miles and miles and miles to shed all this fat, to shed all this weight and blah, 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 to be the smallest version of yourself. Okay. I want to clarify that cardio stands for cardiovascular. Okay. It is very good for our heart, and it can be very good for even our body as a whole. Okay. However, it is not something that you need to do or that is required to do to get weight loss to go. Okay. I had been doing a fuck ton of cardio when I started this 9 years ago. And when I restarted for the very last time 9 years ago, I did a shit ton of cardio because I was so afraid that the weights, I was going to get super bulky like a man. And the fact that I didn't know what I was doing. So that did not help. Like I never worked with them before. My husband had tried to help me. I didn't want any fucking help. Don't tell me what to do in the gym, sir. Walk away. So I didn't want his help. And so he programmed all of this cardio stuff. And I talked a little bit about these hub and spokes that he used to do for me, but it was more than just hub and spokes. It was like doing training sessions on the, not training, but like cardiovascular training on the treadmill, like 2-minute sprint, 1 minute walk, 1 minute jog, 2 minute sprint, 1 minute walk, like all these different intervals of whatever else. Okay. And I hated it. I hated it so much, but we all think that we have to do it, that it is required. So I'm here as a reminder to let you know that cardio is not required to lose weight. Okay. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's not a truth that we like. It's not one that we want to hear because it's what we know. It's most of us have this belief. And we want to keep this belief because this belief then, it can prevent us from having to do other things in our life, right? So there is that. Okay, so just a reminder for anyone who needs it, cardio is not required to lose weight. Okay, number 2, just for anybody who needs it, just a reminder for anyone who needs it, okay? You won't maintain weight loss without fixing your food relationship. This is something that I talk about all the fucking time. All the time is you can do any fad trend diet. You can do any weight loss thing. You can take all the weight loss shots in the world. I know many women who have. I know many women who've done all the MLM, fad, trendy diet bullshit. And I'm going to tell you this. Until you fix your food relationship and basically the relationship with yourself, you will never be able to maintain the weight loss because the food isn't the problem. It's the relationship that you have with the food, right? And I'm going to talk about this particular, I talked about her on Friday, I think. No, I talked about her in my, either the challenge, I can't even think right now. I'm like, either the challenge or my group coaching call this week. But I want to talk about this part here, where this is a person I've been working with for about 3 months, and we're really only focused on her food relationship. We're not talking about how much protein are you eating and how much carbs and fats are you eating. It's like, dude, it is totally fine to eat a fucking donut. It's totally cool if that's what you really actually want. And she had some really big wins this week. So, like one of them was she found herself capable of making really good food choices without guilt or feeling like she was missing out. One here was that her goal is to start prepping because she's very busy and is on the go constantly. So she felt like she did a way better job doing that. Right here is a huge thing. A lot of times women that have like a terrible food relationship or like no good food relationship, like awful, don't have hunger cues. And they just eat to eat because that's what their brain is telling them to do because it's their coping mechanism. It's just what they want to do. So this one here is, when I was hungry, I was hungry. The trend of feeling physically hungry is refreshing. She's no longer just eating to fucking eat out of boredom or habit or emotional connection. She's eating because her body is signaling to her and she's listening and going, it's time for me to eat. You guys, this is fucking huge. And then, of course, this last part here, right, where she's like, I never imagined being where I am right now. About 3 months in, and the 180 change in my behavior and relationship with food is directly because of your program. I'm excited to see where it takes me. We haven't talked about tracking anything. She gives me a food log, but she's not tracking anything. She's not, I make sure I have protein, 100 gram protein. We're not doing any of this. There is none of that. It's literally just helping her fix her relationship with food. That's it. That's all we're doing. Okay. And until you get that, now I'm also going to preface this with, because she's going to come on my podcast at some point, and she's allowed to tell her own story, and who she is. But I'm going to preface with, she had weight loss surgery at 22 years old. 22 years old. 22 years old. She had weight loss surgery. Do you think that weight loss surgery stuck? No. Why? Because her food relationship her entire life has been awful with food because of how she felt about it, how she grew up around it. Everything that we did in the past is going to affect us now. And you have to be willing and ready to work on that. You have to. Okay? So, understanding that your food relationship is huge. Your food relationship, without it, you will not maintain your weight loss. So, just a reminder for anyone who needs it, you won't maintain your weight loss without fixing your food relationship. Cool. Number 3, just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. I've talked about this multiple times on this podcast. You are your beliefs, all these things. Whether you believe that you can do this or whether you believe you cannot do this, either way, you're fucking right. Thank you, Henry Ford, or whoever that was. Cool. If you think that this is possible, it's possible. If you think that you have no shot in hell at actually doing this at all, you have no shot in hell in doing this at all. Best of luck. I talked about this last week on my podcast. Please go listen to last Wednesday, where I literally talk about the fact that I lost total belief in myself because I was no longer the person that I thought I was. And I couldn't let go of that. I couldn't let it be that wasn't who I am right now. And so because I couldn't let go of that, I literally lost total belief in myself completely. And you're going to start to hear how all of these intertwine, right? So that leads me into number 4, which is you're never going to be the person that you were before. So ladies who are trying to get back to their pre-pregnancy weight, ladies who are trying to get their pre-pregnancy bodies back, ladies who are trying to be who the fuck they were in high school, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you this right the fuck now. You are not her. You are no longer her. You need to let her go. Tell her, thank you so fucking much for helping me get to here, but we're not about you anymore. I got to be this person. I got to be this person right now. And that is who you need to start being. And then looking at, this is who I am and who do I desire to be, and take the action steps that much closer to get you that much closer to that person. You have to. Okay. So you're never going to be the person that you used to be. It's just never, you can't. We're trying to go back to something that no longer exists. You don't have her body anymore. You don't have her life anymore. You don't probably have the same people in her life anymore. You probably have had different experiences in your life at this point that probably believe some different things. How are you trying to be her again? Right? Ladies, we got to move on from her. We can thank her. We can honor her. We can let her know that we appreciate her. But we got to let her go. Okay, I'm thinking of another one here as I go. So that was number 4. Number 4, just a reminder for anyone who needs it, you're never going to be the woman that you used to be. Okay? I'm going to put this one here in number 5. Affirmations without action are bullshit. Affirmations without deep belief are bullshit. Just a reminder, affirmations without action are bullshit. I'm worthy. I believe in myself. I'm awesome. I'm so good at this. If you don't believe it and you don't take action toward it, That doesn't fucking matter. You can stand and look in the mirror till you're blue in the fucking face and tell yourself all these amazing things that you are. But if you look in the mirror and you stand and you tell yourself all these amazing things that you are and you don't believe in that thing, it doesn't matter. It's not real. It's something that you're going to band-aid and tell yourself, oh, I'm telling myself all these things because it's so amazing. I'm so amazing. Look at me. In the meantime, you're in your room crying because you feel like a fucking loser, because you feel unworthy, because you feel like you don't deserve it, because you feel like you can't do it. But yet you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm so awesome. No. So just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Affirmations without action and without believing in it are bullshit. Sorry. Okay. That was number 5. Number 6. Ooh, this one's going to hurt feelings. Tina's random IG workout isn't for you or for anybody. Okay. I talk about this. I've talked about this on Muscle Monday. I've talked about this many times. The fact that I never typically post what I work out or what my actual workout is, because my workout isn't just some random fucking shit to throw together. It's not. You can't take Tina's back workout and Cindy's leg workout and McKenna's chest workout and put it all together and think that that is going to help you. It may get you started, but it is going to leave you hanging at some point. You have to have a proper program. Plug. This is going to be where I plug in my new BOD, Basics on Demand, that I'm launching end of July. Okay. So, and there will be proper programming in there for people that need it. So, but honestly, you just cannot do that. You cannot go to all these places and do all these things and just these random fucking, this is why Orange Theory doesn't work. This is why F45 doesn't work. Yes, it gets your body moving. It might feel good, all those things. And that's a great thing. I'm not telling you not to move your body, but it's why you don't typically see the progress that you want. Okay. So just a reminder for anyone who needs it, Tina's random IG workout isn't for you or for anybody. Okay. Number 7. This is number 7. Weight loss is a side effect of the basic habits you choose. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Weight loss is a side effect of the basic habits you choose. Do you choose to make sure you're putting in quality nutrition? Are you choosing to go on walks and move your body? Are you choosing to manage your sleep and your stress? Are you choosing to make sure you get in a high protein diet so that you can build muscle on your body? Are you choosing to get in fiber, 14 to 15 grams roughly for every 1,000 calories? You are going to be a representation of what you choose to be. If we're choosing binge episodes, and we're not necessarily choosing them, but we are choosing them if we keep staying in a cycle, that's a choice to stay in a cycle. Okay. If we are choosing to stay on our butt and watch Netflix instead of get up and move our body, it's a choice. It's a choice. Most people can walk, and most people can walk outside their house. Bundle it up if it's cold. Break it down if it's hot. Like, whatever you got to do, figure it out. Okay? So, you are always going to be a representation of what you choose. Now, again, I'm going to say that because that probably hurts feelings. Like, thanks, Sarah. I already know this. Yes, I'm aware I have areas that I need to work on myself. Like, not a judgment, right? Not a judgment, but it is when you choose to stay in that place, when you choose to stay in that cycle and you don't think that you need help getting out of it, or you're just accepting like, that's just who I am. Okay, well, that's also a choice. That is also a choice. But if you desire to get healthy, if you desire to lose fat and weight off of your body that you probably do need to lose off of your body, okay, just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Weight loss will be a side effect of the basic habits that you choose. Hurt feelings and all, okay? Number 7, just a reminder for anyone who needs it. If it's too good to be true, it is. especially when you're talking about the weight loss health industry, health and wellness industry. If somebody approaches you and tells you that you can lose 40 pounds in a month, in 30 days, or 40 pounds even in 2 to 3 months, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. If somebody tells you that all you have to do is drink these 2 shakes a day and have a sensible meal, and you're just going to lose weight and keep it off forever, too good to be true. If somebody tells you that you're just going to get this weight loss shot and you don't have to do fucking anything else to help yourself, fucking too good to be true. And I'm just seeing the repercussions of it. People who are on the weight loss shot that do not change any of their lifestyle habits, they gain the weight back. Right? At this point, the weight loss shots aren't going anywhere, guys. They're not going anywhere. So if I'm going to help somebody who's on the weight loss shot, I'm going to help them so that way when they come off that weight loss shot, I can help them maintain and basically rebuild themselves back up, because they're going to have to. They're going to have the help. That's the reality of it. Okay. So if something always sounds too good to be true, the likelihood of that, it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's food, whether it's whatever, a diet, nothing in life is that fucking good. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, nothing in life comes that fucking easy. Nothing gets to be this easy, especially not this. So just a reminder for anyone who needs it, if it's too good to be true, it is. Ooh, this one's also going to hurt feelings. So just a reminder for anyone who needs it, you're never going to be ready and you never have time. I'm going to say this one again. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it, you're never going to be ready and you're never going to have the time. I'm sorry, but that needs to be said. And you need to ruminate in there for a minute with it. Because if that is you, if you're the person, I'm not ready. I wasn't fucking ready either. I'm also not ready to die. So there's my option. Because I really feel like I was not feeling very well. I was not feeling good at all. Not even a little bit. So those were my options. I also was not ready to not be able to tie my own fucking shoes. I was also not ready, to be choked out by my fat on my neck when I was sleeping. I wasn't ready for any of those too. But, somehow I was making time for that, right? All this time that I didn't have somehow just magically appeared like fucking Lucky Charms. It didn't. I prioritized differently. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready. And you're never going to have the time to do it. You will always have to sacrifice something in order to make it happen. And that sucks. But if you look at it from a different lens of like, I might have to sacrifice this thing here, but on the other side of that, I'm going to benefit. On the other side of that, I'm going to benefit. So we're going to go over these lists one more time. And then I'm going to let you go for the day. And I want you to ruminate on this shit. I want you to ruminate on all these things I said. So just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Cardio is not required to lose weight. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. You won't maintain weight loss without fixing your food relationship. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Whether believe you can or you can't, you're right. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. You're never going to be the person you were before. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Affirmation without action is bullshit. Affirmation without belief is bullshit. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Tina's random IG workout isn't for you or for anybody. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. Weight loss is a side effect of the basic habits you choose. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. If it's too good to be true, it is. Just a reminder for anyone who needs it. You'll never be ready and you'll never have the time. Thanks so much for listening today. If you laughed, learned, or just felt a vibe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps this ass train chugging along. If you're ready to embrace the basics with a twist, follow me on social media. Links are in the show notes, and let's see the ways we can work together. All right, basics bitches, you're not just listeners, you're part of the revolution. Remember, skinny's out, basics are in, and you're looking damn good doing it. So until next time, stay basic.